wait 1,000 days. You never wait for me, you never wait for me. Even when I ran, I could wait 1,000 days. You never wait for me, you never wait for me. Even when I ran away, you're all that I could see. You're all that
Greetings. As we are currently taking an exam, please cease and desist all imagination activities. Over. Oh, you should really loosen up and have more fun. Please acknowledge the request. Ooh! Did you hear me? You've probably heard that people are typically left brain or right brain dominant, with the left hemisphere handling language and logic and the right handling perception and creativity. Psychologists now know that the brain's hemispheres are not as clear-cut as once believed and communicate too intricately for people to be more dependent on one side or the other. Individuals certainly have different strengths in logic or creativity, but that isn't a result of dependence on a given side of the brain. Art, math, horticulture, music, the range of talents we can possess is limitless. While psychologists do not deny this, they do deny that these talents constitute types of intelligence equal to that of the general intelligence measured in IQ tests. General intelligence, or the G factor, measures abstract reasoning ability, such as solving problems, finding patterns, analyzing information, and applying info in novel ways. The G factor strongly predicts a person's future success. Talents play into success in a particular field, but they cannot predict it as broadly as general intelligence can.
to let you go.
Although today's culture likes to de-emphasize gender differences, science does not support this practice. Men's and women's brains show undeniable differences. For example, women tend to be naturally more skilled with empathy, altruism, and locating items. Men are typically more skilled with tracking movement and visualizing directions and objects. Women are more likely to struggle with mood disorders and Alzheimer's disease, while men are more prone to some conditions like autism. Women also react to stress and depression with internal symptoms, like guilt, lack of interest, and self-blame. Men are more likely to react to the same problems externally, like with displays of hostility, irritability, and risk-taking.
All that I could see when I could hardly walk on my own. I had to lift myself out of the trench below. Haven't I suffered enough to let you go?
The 5 stages of grief theory has persisted for years. It states that people grieve in 5 consecutive stages: denial that a tragedy occurred, anger about its occurrence, bargaining for its reversal, depression, and finally acceptance of the tragedy. But this popular theory has been misunderstood. The originator of the theory, Elisabeth Kubler-Ross, did not mean that everyone would always experience the 5 stages, nor that they would always be in that particular order. There is nothing the matter with those who do not grieve according to the traditional 5 stages of grief. Insane is a common label for someone struggling with a severe mental disorder, but someone cannot be medically diagnosed with insanity. The Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 5, often shortened to DSM-5, is the latest manual for diagnosing psychological disorders, and you will not find the insanity diagnosis anywhere in there. It is, however, a legal term. In court, it is used to describe people with such severe mental disorders that they did not realize the immorality or severity of their actions, or they literally had no control over themselves. The legal term of insanity covers many mental conditions and needs confirmation from a mental health professional in court. However, it is not a condition in and of itself. Thanks for watching! I hope you enjoyed this episode. Until next video, remember to strive for nothing less than your best life.